Hello, Dan Joss. How are you today?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm well, except the dog ate my homework.
Well, you shouldn't have got the dog.
That's probably true. But the dog eating your homework is just a typical weak excuse.
That's a weak excuse.
It is a weak excuse.
Does it ever work?
It might have worked the first time.
Maybe in the 1800s.
Maybe.
The cow ate the homework.
Yes. But that's just one of many weak excuses. So let's talk about weak excuses for why didn't I do some decent planning, some financial planning?
Well, I'm not good at math. Or
Oh.
as they say in England, I'm not good at maths.
Well, that figures.
I think it's a weak excuse.
I think it's a weak excuse, too.
Whether it's a spending plan or a 40-year retirement plan, math will be involved.
Most likely, I would agree.
But it's easy math for the most part. Adding, subtracting, and for the difficult parts like time value of money and accurate estimates of future expenses and tax brackets, there's professionals.
I was going to say, those don't sound easy. Those sound complicated.
But there's what we now call software.
Software,
That helps
okay.
with many of those.
Okay.
So that's
Software is not just a sweater
not
anymore.
being good at math isn't a good excuse for not thinking about your future goals and doing a little bit of planning to make them actually happen.
Okay. So you don't really have to be good at math to do some financial planning.
No.
No.
And I would say you don't have to be good at many things, but if you find someone that is good at those things, then you're golden.
That's good.
I
So-
tried it once.
You did.
That's another weak excuse.
Okay.
I tried it.
Tried it once, didn't like it.
Didn't work, didn't like it. Well, we would say it's good to have done it once. And we have people come back and say, I did this 20 years ago. Give me an update.
Okay.
Things have changed because when we plan, we make assumptions.
Right.
But we live in reality where real things happen, not our assumptions.
Okay.
And so we can always update a plan.
You've already answered the big question. You just tweak it along the way.
So we tried it once. Whether it was good or not, I would say, whether that experience was good or not, I'd say try it again.
Right.
There's many different advisors out there. Talk to your partner, talk to a friend, and write something down, because then it becomes a plan. Otherwise,
Okay.
they're just ideas in our head that may not happen.
So what are some of the other weak excuses?
Oh, my spouse and I don't agree.
Okay. So,
Well, that's ideal for a planner.
right.
You each have your own ideas about what you want to do in the future, but you arguably got married for some reason. So
Right.
find out what those common reasons are and do some of those and do some of each of your own goals, and a planner can talk through the priority of each of those
hmm
and set you on your way.
And they could each have their own plan, and it runs in conjunction
That's
with a marital plan.
It takes too much time and money.
That's what I've heard.
Most of our clients meet with us a couple times a year,
Okay.
and that's about the same as a dentist office, isn't it? Maybe that's the same reason
I
people
don't know.
go to
I
the
can't
dentist.
remember the last time I went to the dentist.
You know, because it's too much time, right?
That's right.
And the dentist I knew once said, well, eventually they'll come to us. When they're in pain, they'll visit. So
Right.
It's better to come before than after the pain starts.
Yep. Same theory with financial planners. Eventually they'll come
That's
to
right.
us.
That's right. We can help easily make a plan, but many come to us after they've decided something and said, well, now what?
Okay.
Well, we could have been better off, but here's how to make the best of it now.
Right.
Which is arguably less better than it could have been. And it's not expensive. It's time and expertise, and there are, again, many different types of planners, and they each charge differently. And find, if you're not going to do your planning yourself, which is sometimes free, sometimes
Not free.
expensive through the lessons you've learned,
Right.
consider saving a little money by not making those financial mistakes and meeting with somebody that you can work with.
I believe I heard good financial planning doesn't cost. It pays.
That's right. I like that.
Yes.
I don't like to be told what to do.
Right.
That's another excuse.
Okay.
If I go to an advisor, or if I make my budget, this is why I don't write it down. Now I have to.
Now I'm
now
somewhat
being told
accountable.
What to do? Yeah.
Yeah.
And a good advisor listens and helps and encourages, and proposes a few ways.
But ultimately, they're
They're not
really just
telling you what to do.
advising. They're not telling.
Just advising.
That's why they're financial advisors and not tellers.
That's right. And the good planners are encouragers. It's
Okay.
like, you can do this, and here's a good way or a few good ways to do what you're trying to to do.
Good.
So get on it.
Right.
And in that sense, I guess I'm being told, but I'm being told what I want to do, which is why I hired them.
Okay.
So those are some, what we would say are weak excuses, but really aren't excuses.
Right.
If you don't want to meet with a planner, then just say that.
I want to meet with a planner. Yeah.
Own up to it.
Own it. Okay.
No reason to have an excuse.
Right. Okay.
Good.
Very good. If someone wants to cross that hurdle and get over it and call or email or find you on the line, what's the best way to do that?
They can check out our website at jossbrown.com, and they can always call us at 757-903-2127.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Money Talks is a weekly program presented for the listener's benefit and entertainment. It is provided at no cost to the listener, and the ideas, opinions, and comments are not to be construed as legal advice, tax advice, investment advice, or other advice specific to the listener. Listeners are encouraged to seek the advice of a licensed professional or other qualified party when dealing with financial, legal, tax, medical, investment, insurance, taxidermy, plumbing, electrical, carpentry, real estate, chiropractic, veterinary, oral hygiene, hot air ballooning, etc. We have given you some food for thought. Now, call a licensed professional such as Dan Joss at 757-903-2127. Thanks for listening, and remember, failing to plan is planning to fail.